Welcome to the February edition of Ask the AD with Weber State Athletic Director Jerry Bovee. I am Paul Gura from WeberStateSports.com. Jerry, February is upon us. What an exciting time of year. We say that every year, every time of the year, because they all are different for different reasons. But, boy, both the men's and the women's basketball teams at Weber State doing very well. Both are 8-2, the women currently in first place, and the men in second place. That's a lot of fun to have.
It's a great time. We seem like we do say that a lot, but we got really excited when the Capital One rankings came out in December, or first part of January, and we were ranked 15th in the country. And after the fall, tied with Ohio State, Wisconsin, and Wake Forest.
Yeah.
It's fun. We're having a good time right now.
Great, absolutely. Yeah. Obviously, the success of the football program the last fall. We'll talk about that, but on the basketball side, Beth Ann Ord's women's teams. Again, first place right now, 8-2. They're 10-1 at home. They're just playing very well.
Yeah, 16-5 overall,
yeah.
I believe. It is fun. It's fun to watch this team come together. There's a couple of new players on the team that graduated in that have been a huge help, and Lauren Brooks. Watching her play has been a lot of fun, and we just heard that she got invited to the WNBA Combine. So. That's exciting for the team. They're playing very well. It's a fun team to watch, and I've noticed our crowds are picking up too with excitement. So,
Wildcat men's teams, Coach Ray's team, they have won 5 in a row. Also 8-2, won 8 of their last 9 games. Really kind of getting things going and in the top 20 and shooting in 3-point and field goal percentage. Really
that's been fun to see because of the change we had this year with our offense. We total rehash of offensive philosophy for the coaching staff for the team, and typically that takes a little longer to kind of gel with the players when you've become so accustomed to the way we did business. So the play cards are down, and it's a little bit more based on what the defense gives you, and I've been really happy with the way the team's responded. They're beginning to play a little bit better together, figuring out this offense. Shooting is up, offense is up, and free throw percentage is up, 3-point field goal percentage is good. There's a lot to be excited about with this team.
There's a sophomore guard that's playing pretty well too, Jarek Hardy.
Yeah, he's
14th in the country in scoring right now.
He's pretty good. And the thing I like about the way he plays is he gets everybody involved. He's very good one-on-one and in getting to the basket. And when you have a point guard, we've seen this before with Damian. If you have a point guard that can get to the basket, it opens up everybody else. And I think that's why we're getting open looks, which. When you get open looks, your percentages should go up. So
Absolutely.
There's a lot of good going on right now. It's fun to watch.
So we're down to the final stretch. Both teams, as we sit here early February, have 4 home games remaining on each side. And then, of course, March 5th through the 10th is the Big Sky Tournament in Reno. We've talked about this now for the 3rd straight year. Going out there, there's always different opinions on whether that should be the case. But it is what it is now, and it'll be going to Boise following this year. But another chance, again, for teams to go to Reno and especially with both teams doing so well, the excitement for the tournament.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fun if the teams continue to play at the level they're at. We hope to get a bye in that first round, and for both teams to play through you just got a better chance to run through the tournament. But last year in Reno, it is a commitment for our fans to go there. It's an 8-hour drive if you're going to drive over. You kind of got to make a plan to go. Next year in Boise, it's a 4-hour drive, so I think you can be a little more spontaneous and decide to come up and see a game. But you know what? We go back and forth, and I know in our community, it's something we've been slow to really get excited about because we've had a chance to host it a lot. This year, if things turn out the way that they would have, we'd have had right now we'd be in a situation to host the women's in the old format. The men, Montana seems to be playing pretty well and could have it locked up. There's a lot that still could happen, obviously, but I'd certainly rather go to Reno and play on a neutral floor than to have to go to Missoula in that environment.
Absolutely.
So we'll see how things shake out. You said it is what it is. I get tired of kind of having to explain that, but from the conference perspective, this isn't going away. I think it's been very popular. We'll see
I think those fans, even the Weber State fans that have gone out, have enjoyed themselves.
Yeah, I
enjoyed
think
the basketball. We've gone to the finals the last 2 years.
We've played well in this as not the top seed. I think being on a neutral floor and having a good fan group that goes out. We've had clearly one of the better fan bases that have traveled to see our team. That bodes well. To see our students now really picking up the pace. There was a story in the newspaper this week about the destruction zone. I expect we'll have a lot of students go out, and they do provide another element to a home court advantage.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited about the potentials, and we'll see where it plays out.
Yeah, we should give a shout out to the destruction zone. They went to Idaho State and Southern Utah, a group of them did, and it's really kind of enhanced the atmosphere and kind of moving to a different spot of the event center at home.
Yeah, they're having some fun. I think we've seen, for what it's worth, we've seen a few more technicals on the opposing team bench. Although I do think they have a nice feel for having some fun and not getting over the top.
Right.
We've talked about that with them to make sure that we do it with class, and they're having a good time, and so far so good.
So ticket information and links to the hotel information are available on the schedule page of both the men's and women's basketball team at WeberStateSports.com, or you can go to roadtoreno.com and get your hotel information and ticket information for the tournament in Reno.
Yeah, last year to go, so let's get a good group and go out and support.
February 7th is signing day for soccer and for football here at Weber State. We'll have a football party on Wednesday night at 5:30 at Stewart Stadium. Coach Hill's team, unbelievable season, of course, record-setting in so many ways, and the high from all that, the publicity has been huge, and now as he's going out recruiting, I'm sure it's going to pay dividends as well. Yeah,
talking to Coach Hill, he's really excited about the signees that we should see tomorrow. He has mentioned that he's seen an uptick in the interest. Typically you'll go on your war board and you'll list 1, 2, 3 in your depth chart. We're seeing more of our ones commit than we've seen in the past, and I think that's an outcome from the success we've had in the program. I talked to Coach Schramm yesterday, and they've had their first few workouts getting guys back in the gym, and he said we've got a lot of work to do from the standpoint of at some point you got to let last year go, and you got to start looking to improve, and so the hard work that needs to take place now to get ready for next year has already begun.
Mm-hmm.
I love signing day from the standpoint of it's fun to talk about them. It's fun to, in the end of it all, after 4 years, you and I have talked about this, who really ends up being here and participating and playing at a high level. It's kind of fun to see how the process starts and ends, and it's never quite what you think it is.
Certainly not an exact science, but
not
as
at all.
It is anywhere. But follow WeberStateSports.com and on social media all day Wednesday, starting just after 7 a.m. for constant updates as the recruits come in. We should also mention, football-wise, Taron Johnson, senior, played in the Senior Bowl, only the 4th Wildcat to ever do so, and also has been invited to the NFL Combine, which is a big deal. He's kind of projected as a maybe 3rd, 4th round pick right now in the NFL draft.
Yeah, he had a good Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
He's an exceptional young man. Excited for him and his opportunities. Always represents his family well, but also Weber State well, and it's been rewarding to see a couple players play in those events with Weber State helmets on, and we're proud of him and wish him the best.
Why don't you give us an update on the football building on the north end zone that's going to start just construction this summer?
Yeah, we're in the design phase right now. There's been a few little wrinkles. We did some earthquake studies to look at the fault lines, and the fault line, at least for me, wasn't quite where I thought it was. We've always kind of thought that the fault line ran through the east stands. Turns out it runs through the field.
Mm-hmm.
So we've had to make a few little tweaks and adjustments to that building because you can't build a structure over a fault. But it'll be very nice. Our design team and the construction folks that are involved, top-notch people, very smart, and we have a preliminary design. We've raised the money to get us going. We'll put a shovel in the ground this summer. My hope is we'll put a shovel in the ground this summer. Right now, we're in this design phase and going through each piece of the building, which is an interesting experience in and of itself. So it's going to be a huge, huge benefit to our program. It'll have coaches' offices, team meeting rooms, a large group meeting room that we'll be able to use in tutoring and other departmental meetings and campus meetings. A new strength and conditioning area, weight room that'll more than double the size of what we have now. A locker room, but it'll kind of capstone the north end of the stadium with an entrance area, and then hopefully some area where we can have some fan engagement on game day with souvenir shops and concession stands and whatnot. So really a huge project that'll continue to help our football.
Construction will start this summer. They'll be ready for the 2019 season.
That's the
next
plan.
Fall. Yeah. The 2018 schedule is out for football as well. Starts August 30th against Utah, and season tickets are coming on sale any day now as well. So make sure you, again, build on the excitement from last season.
Yeah, we hope to be fully on sale this week in conjunction with signing day.
Yeah.
So get your tickets now. We got to fill this place up and
Absolutely.
show the world what we're about.
Should mention also track and field is fully in gear. The Big Sky Championship's coming up in a few weeks, and softball season starts this week, as does golf, and tennis is underway. I mean, it's that time of year with so many things going on.
We're already planning for Big Sky Championships in golf and tennis. We
Hosting
will host
the
the
softballs,
softball
yeah.
championships this year. Met with Coach Amicone this week, and she's really excited about the opportunity. So keep it rolling.
Next Ask the AD will be in Reno. We'll do it the first week of March in Reno. Look forward to that. Be sure again to visit WeBruShadeSports.com. And Jerry, thanks, and we'll just keep things going this month.
Get out of the way, Paul. Let's just let it roll.
Thanks for joining us again, and go Wildcats.